Okay, get ready for this. What if I told you that someone earning $155,000 a year could actually be, well, broke? And at the same time, someone making less than half that could be well on their way to being rich. Sounds totally backward, right? But believe me, it happens all the time. We're about to unpack exactly how and, what it means for you.
So just look at these numbers. It's wild. On one side, we've got a software engineer pulling in a huge six-figure salary, and they're in debt. Their net worth is actually negative. But then you look over at the marketing coordinator making a pretty standard $72,000 a year, and they've managed to build a net worth of over $167,000. I mean, on paper, this just makes zero sense.
So yeah, the big question is, how? How is this even possible? How can a bigger paycheck lead to a smaller or even negative bank account? Well, the secret isn't really about how much you make. Not at all. It's about what you do with the money you make. Let's start by digging into where things went so wrong for our higher earner.
All right, let's follow the money trail for our engineer. They've got the dream job, the dream salary. Everything looks perfect on the surface. But here's the thing about a high income. It can be a bit of a double-edged sword. It doesn't automatically mean you're going to be successful. It just raises the stakes on every financial choice you make. A salary of $155,000 a year, that's life-changing money for most people. It should be a super fast track to financial freedom. But your salary is just the starting line, The real race is won or lost based on where all that money goes after it lands in your account.
And here is the problem in a nutshell. A whopping 75%, 3/4 of the engineer's take-home pay is just vanishing into two buckets, housing and lifestyle. We're talking the luxury apartment, the brand new car, the constant stream of new gadgets, the fancy dinners, you get the picture. Now compare that to the tiny little 5% sliver they're putting away for savings. This isn't a wealth plan, it's just a treadmill designed to fund a lifestyle.
And here's the final score. The combo of that high spending, plus the credit card debt they're racking up to fuel it all, has pushed their net worth into the red. They literally owe more than they own. So, despite that massive salary, they are getting poorer every single month.
Okay, so what about our marketing coordinator? With less than half the income, how on earth did they end up in a completely different and way better situation? Well, it all comes down to a different approach.
Now, at $72,000 a year, the coordinator has a good, solid income, but you'd probably assume their potential to build wealth is just much lower. But here's the key. They aren't even playing the same game. Their goal isn't to maximize spending, it's to maximize ownership.
Just look at this budget. It tells the whole story. The single biggest slice of their pie, a massive 40%, goes directly to savings and investments. That right there is the engine building their wealth. By making a conscious choice to keep their biggest expenses, housing and lifestyle, under control, they've totally flipped the script.
And the result of all that discipline? A net worth of $167,000. See, every month, that 40% is being put to work buying assets, things that grow in value over time. They are systematically turning their income into actual, real wealth.
So, the secret to this whole paradox really lies in this one idea: net worth. It's the only score in your financial life that truly matters. And it's super simple, really. It's what you own, your assets like cash in the bank and investments, minus what you owe, your liabilities like loans and credit card debt. The engineer's liabilities grew bigger while the coordinator's assets grew bigger. That's the entire game.
Okay, so let's put these two paths side by side and really break it down. Because the real difference between them isn't the size of their paycheck. Not really. It's in their daily habits and what they fundamentally believe about money.
Just look at the contrast here, at every single level. One focuses on income, the other on net worth. One goes for the luxury apartment, the other is cool with modest living. But the most important difference here is the mindset. The engineer thinks, hey, I earn a lot, so I can spend it. And that is a trap. The coordinator asks a different question. How much of this can I save and invest? That one simple question changes absolutely everything.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? This story gives us a really powerful lesson. I think the most important financial shift you can ever make is to change the question you ask yourself. You've got to stop focusing on how much do I earn and start asking how much do I own?
And here's the good news. You can start making this shift today with 3 pretty simple steps. First, calculate your net worth. You just have to know your starting point. Second, track your spending. You'd be amazed to find out where your money is actually going.
And third, automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer to your investment account for the day you get paid. This makes sure you pay yourself first, no matter what. So, in the end, it all comes down to this one question. And look, it's not about the exact dollar amounts you see here. It's about which path you're on. Are you living a high-income life right now, or are you busy building a high-net-worth future? The choice, really, is yours.